was reading this article. It was talking about a bill change on digital usage and digital privacy and digital IDs, etc., and how they link it to our internet usage. So I think what's gonna happen is it's gonna be harder for people to troll, like using fake accounts. I think you're gonna have to you'll have an ID where you have to log in to get onto the internet, so everything you do will be tracked to that ID. So it'll be hard for these like ghost accounts, invisible accounts, making comments, etc. So in terms of trolling, online bullying, a lot of that will have to go down, and some of it I thought could be positive, and some of it was negative, because it was saying the bill was like they could actually go through your phone and read all your look at all your pictures and read all your messages. And there will be people that will say, if you're not doing anything wrong, if you're not doing any crime, then it wouldn't matter. And I understand that, but then also on the other side is they talk about democracy, free world. You should be able to kind of have things on your on photos and messages and stuff that should be your private space, but it's neither here nor there. But in this modern time, our phones spying on us could actually work in our favor. Now, what I mean by that is, when I found out about this topic, it just popped up in my feed. Now, when I take a photo of something, if I'm walking on the street and I see, it could just be a car that I like, that car automatically comes up in my search. The advert comes up for that website. When I take a picture of, I don't know, it could be like any product, my internet now starts showing me the adverts for that. So it goes into my consciousness. So obviously you could see it like we are being pushed towards being consumers and consumerism. So we're to be buying stuff, to be in this ecosystem of seeing things, buying things, spending. Obviously then capitalism goes up and like that. But I posted a video yesterday and I was talking about a scenario I was in, and in that scenario I did confront someone. Now, a video came up in my algorithm which was kind of talking about that in a round way, and I'm going to link it in the description. So I've now kind of can change my viewpoint, because sometimes during what we're going through, I feel like sometimes we have to actually deal head on with what we have to deal with. Like, actually, they say respond but don't absorb, but it's very hard to respond without absorbing. So when somebody's sometimes coming at you in a negative way, as an individual, we sometimes will match them. They do say to defeat them with kindness, so be positive when someone's been negative. But that can be challenging, and especially it depends where you are. I'm someone, I would prefer peace, but if someone is coming with war, I'm not going to give you a flower when you're coming with a knife. I'm going to go and get my samurai sword. So it's getting to the point where we can control our responses so we don't overreact. And also we have to remember, these people are not important, and they are actually spoiled little children, little brats, really, who are in this arrested development. So they haven't actually matured as adults. And today I actually did a nice workout at home. So that's an option, to change where you work out, or to work out at home, get some kettlebells and some dumbbells and do things that way. But to be more durable, in my mind, this video, I'm going to link it in here. I'm going to take on what she was saying, and I tend to be like that a lot of times anyway. So it's like when people are coming at you with these vibrations, we can choose to not take on their energy, even if they're laughing at your face or talking, whispering to someone else, or they're showing someone something on their phone, smear campaigns, bullying. Really, these are insecure people. They don't really have anything that interested about their own lives to be worried about. I know in my past, I used to wake up every day and I had a practice. I had a practice to look forward to, and that practice was like my own creation. And even now, even though it's been shifted into somewhere else, there's still a kind of a daily ritual, daily practice where I feel like I'm working towards a goal. I'm putting a tiny bit towards something, and I'm getting better at it every single day. And I think a lot of us are like that. You know, we want to keep getting better. And I want to also learn and improve as an adult. You know, during the smear campaigns, things like that, a lot of us, we get cancelled or we get pushed to the side. And, you know, then there's no dialogue. But at the same time, it helps us with our codependency issues. Being alone is a great way to deal with codependency because it forces us to want to improve. We tend to go within ourselves, look at our own childhood wounds, our own, our own carnal afflictions. And all we can do is get better each day. We can continue our journaling, continue trying to release trauma from our bodies, dealing with our shadow work and looking within ourselves, asking questions about our childhood, etc., and how we can learn to become our own parents and redo what, give ourselves what wasn't given to us when we was younger. But the main thing is we do not manipulate, we don't abuse people, whereas we're faced to deal with people who spend their time just trying to make people feel bad or steal people's identities, switch places with us energetically. So as I was saying yesterday, it's quite important for us to try and, keep calm, try to stay positive. Today I was just walking up and I was just thinking about, what Jesus had to go through. So he's carrying his cross. As he's carrying his cross, they're throwing tomatoes at him. They're, throwing all kinds of things at him, and he's onions and all kinds of things, and he's just literally carrying his cross. With empaths, that's a very close depiction. Let's have some water. It's a very, very close depiction of what we have to go through on a daily basis. People lying about us, people stalking us, spying on us, looking at where we go, where our house is, sending us these energetic vibrations when we're trying to mind our own business. It doesn't matter where we go. It's like we stick out. And some of that is a lot of it is not even our own doing. Like, we're not even trying to do anything. We're literally trying to exist. But this is what we have to go through. So we have to try and deal with it in a way where we try to not take on other people's stuff. So so the important thing is to remember it's not our stuff, it's them, it's their stuff. And the video that I'm gonna link, her name was Batel Skate or something like that. I'll link it. It was talking about cutting the cord energetically. And I talk about, surrounding yourself with white light or reflective material light, so people's vibrations go back to them. But she talks about very much in a way that I agree with, and I think you should watch the video and take from her. Some good stuff. And also, the video came up, I'm pretty sure, because I was talking about my experience. So the fact that our phone is spying on us can work in our favor.